Well, for about the last 5 years, I've been saying that this is the future of social media, smartphones, mobile phones. Um, that if people can do it in their pocket, then that's where things are going. That if you're building a computer heavy application, that's not going to be where people are headed. So I think it's small, it's light, it's personal, but and it probably is going to have some geolocation.
Well, I think it's, one, no one can know what exactly the future of social media is. Where I think things are really going to be heading and have already started this year and going ahead next year is one, mobile. People want social media and all media channels at their access when they want it. On-demand TV has kind of spoiled all of us, and I can see that easily bleeding over into the social media space, and it already has, but I think even more so, and then integrating that with other media channels. So if it's TV, video, music, written content, mainstream news, that kind of thing, it's all going to start to, I think, really converge. And then another thing I think that's going to be even more elevated, and it's been a trend over the last, I'd say about year and a half, is customer service through social media.
Well, actually, I'll give you an interesting tidbit on it, and that's that, for people that were coming here to the event today, we asked them via their registration form what they thought was next in social media. And I put out a lot of posts on Twitter and LinkedIn asking for others around the world to tell me what they thought was next too. So I combined the expertise of the panelists as well as the crowd that's out there and kind of get a perspective. And the interesting thing that we'll be talking about today was that the number one, by far, the number one answer to what's next in social media, it was being strategic. So I think that's interesting. A few years in, we're all using these tools, we're all using these forums for our clients, our organizations and businesses, and yet, the consensus is, let's be strategic now. Let's really look at how this fits in and really meets a business and a communications objective. Let's be strategic in how we plan these things out and sustain those conversations and create two-way dialogue and integrate them into our campaigns. So, and I personally agree with that very much. It's something that we've been talking about at Gibson Cell on an ongoing basis, no matter what type of campaign that we're looking at, but it's really looking hardcore at, who is the audience and why do you need to reach them? What is your intent? What do you want them to do with this information? What's the message? And then what's the right medium for making that happen? Oftentimes, it's social media. Usually it's social media as part of an integrated campaign. But seeing people really start to take a better look at being strategic about how they're using social media is pretty exciting for me.